What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. It's time for some more of that Rimworld. Tend to Caliune, please. No, do not tend to him if you're not going to use medicine. Please use medicine on him. So you've got to set him up to have medicine. We got to go to his prisoner menu. We put him on Glitter World, and we say chat and recruit. And then I'm actually going to cancel her out real fast. Then we're going to prioritize tending to him before she goes to bed. Because, I don't know, is she still squirting blood everywhere, or is that just him? That might just be him. I'm going to give him, 100%. Very nice. That's some mighty fine. She should be getting doctoring skill right now, too, even though she's not very good at it. We will need a dedicated doctor pretty soon, but look at that. She's getting a grip of XP for each one of those wounds she throws out there. Good on you, lady. Good on you. She's going to sleep with the prisoner for right now. She's going to sleep with the prisoner. That's all kinds of just provocative. Someday they'll make a movie about this. I got some cargo pods that have fallen to the planet, and it looks like they're full of herbal medicine. Hell yeah, I'll take that. Even if it's not close enough to go get, I will go get it, because we're not going to be able to grow our own medicine for a while. So having an impressive medicine stockpile is going to benefit us tremendously. She's in pain, a little bit anyways, but she's coming back. Her health should be full pretty soon. He's going to need to be tended to. That's his other half. And so we're going to try and chat and recruit him. He is going to eat up a lot of our food, but that can't really be helped for right now. Can't really be helped. That's just a part of the game if you want to get new people. It seems like he's a pretty good character as far as combat goes. He's pretty good at construction as well, and he's also got researching skills, so he fills in a fundamental gap in our skill array here in the colonies. So we've got him all taken care of. I'm going to try and convert him to my side. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's not going to work. Sometimes you can recruit them, sometimes you can't. That's just the way life goes in this game. Sometimes they recruit instantly, even though it says that they'll never join you, and then other times they take forever, even though there's like a 20% chance they'll join you. Worst case scenario is we can use him as a crutch for her social skills. Her social is not amazing, but every single day she'll get a nice little grip of XP from trying to get him to join the colony, and also wardening skill for trying to keep him tended to. And so either way, he's an XP bump for her. If nothing else, he's kind of like those mobs you used to farm on EverQuest. We're like, yeah, they're not really a challenge for you, but you get some XP, and it's better than sitting around doing nothing. So, we'll keep that in mind. This little area will probably be her bedroom next. Then, since we had to convert him into a prisoner's bed. Not my favorite. She's going to try and chat him up again. Let's see how much XP she actually gets for this. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. She'll level up over time. You can do the same thing with animals. If somebody's not very good at tending animals, you can have them just try and tame an animal over and over and over again until they get better at it. They will. After a while, they will eventually bring their skill level up. It can take a long time. Like, it could take years for somebody to go from 0 to, like, 5 or 6 on something that they're not passionate about. They don't really care about it. But I find that having everybody at like a 5 or a 6 in everything, and then also really, really high level in all their good stuff, gives you a really well-rounded colony once you've got like 6 or 7 people, and everybody can kind of do everything. We want to find a doctor really badly, too. If we can abduct somebody, or if we can have somebody in our colony who turns out to be a doctor, that'll take some pressure off us as well. For right now, it's not really a concern because we have like a large supply of Glitter World medicine, which basically does all the work for us. But as we get further into the game, it's going to become a little bit more vital. Food's looking a little iffy, so we'll want to grow some crops pretty soon, too. I think that rice will get a bonus to growing crops out here, I think. And so we'll probably grow a lot of rice. And then, I don't know, we'll take it from there. We'll get some rice. We'll get some other things growing out on the patty. And then, I don't know, she's got an okay chance to recruit him. It could happen. 6.1, that's not the worst chance I've ever seen in the whole world. I've recruited somebody with 0.4% chance before, so, you know, you just leave them in the jail cell and see how it goes. Leave them in the jail cell and see how it goes a lot of the time. Now, we got some leftover wood right there. She's going to haul that. My next suggestion would be that we think about maybe grazing a little bit to get some more food. If we can harvest off just about... Oh, actually, none of this stuff is fully grown. This stuff is all kind of taking its sweet-ass time. Okay. That means we're going to have to hunt. We're going to have to shoot something up. So I'm going to put her on hunting mode. She's going to go over there and shoot that boar. And I will tell you why in just a moment. Tell me why you went and shot a piggy. Tell me why, because I am kind of hungry. Actually, no. Butcher table, don't go in there. That's a bad place for you. If you want to expand a zone or make it larger, just do that. Click inside of a zone that already pre-exists and then have it rubber band box the area you want. It's super. This game is amazingly easy to pick up. It really sincerely is. This game is crazy easy to pick up. That's one of the things I love about it so much, is that there's really no learning curve. I'll probably put that right there, and then what we'll do is we'll go to our zones, and we will say this is a build roof area. Along with all that right there, give it a little overhang. There we go. Who doesn't love an overhang? Overhangs are good. Keep your head up and out of the wet. It's a good spot to be. I hope he joins up soon. If he ends up taking weeks to join, that's going to be... It's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on us. But in the meantime, like I told you earlier, we can just use him as an XP fountain if we really, really want to. That'll be his best function. If he doesn't join us, is he'll probably get her up to level 6 or 7, which will be great. There we go. Kind of just lump all this stuff together, and I think that was the fueled stove. It was indeed. And then what I'd also like to see is we will put in a butcher table over here, because we need to start making ourselves meals. If we don't have meals, well, we can't be on wheels. It's going to be a little bit rough. This is going to count for a cramped workspace, so be aware of that. There's not going to be much I can do about that, but hallway's a hallway, and we got to get some food put together, and we don't really have a lot of food right now. And so farming up some of these pigs and making it happen is going to be pretty paramount to our long-term strategy. Almost up to a 10% chance now on his recruitment, which I think is really going to... It's going to shine for us. I think it's going to shine. And she's going to build some doors down in here, and then she's going to finish off that table. There it is. Okay, with the butcher table, what we want to do is we go to handbills for the butcher table, and we're going to say butcher a creature and do it forever. Forever and ever. Let's kill those pigs forever. So there it is. We're going to kill those pigs forever. Other things that we're going to need is some furniture. She needs a bed down in here. So let's make that happen, Captain. There it is. We have made it happen, Cabin. She will also restock this fueled stove as soon as she can, and we'll have ourselves some barbecue pork. I don't know if you like barbecue pork, but I love barbecue pork. Barbecue pork is fine, just fine for me. If we jump to a location, and we've got another person too, she is not that great. I'm gonna let her die. I'm gonna let her die. Not a big deal to me. You want to... I would say to keep unskilled people out of your colony if you can. They take up space, they make your raids worse, and they don't really contribute to anything if they're not that good. And so that's just my suggestion. That's how I run my life when I play this game. Obviously, other people are free to run their game however they see fit. There we go. So we got Caliune. Caliune has joined us. He's a pretty good killer. He's a pretty good shooter. As far as shooty guys go, pretty good at being a shooty guy. Wasn't his gun around here somewhere? Where did it leave his gun at? There it is. His gun's over there. Go pick up your old gun friend over there, because I'm going to need you to be on your best guard behavior to help us out with everything. I'm going to move... Basically, you can copy and paste their behavioral settings and their schedules right there to make that nice and easy. Firefight, patient, doctor, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He's no good at it, so maybe we'll leave that alone. Flicking switches is important. He's a pretty good warden, so his social skills are better than Our Lady, so we should take that off entirely and just not use it anymore. She's not very good at cooking, but she's going to have to do it. She's going to have to do it. She doesn't really have a choice. I'll make her a backline constructor. He can hunt. Everybody should do growing whenever we have that available. Everybody should do mining and plant cutting when we have that available. And then he's pretty good at crafting skills, actually, strangely enough. And so I'll probably put him on all of those right there. And we'll just kind of keep this thing moving. And as far as bills go right here, I'm going to cook a simple meal. We're going to do it until we have 5 simple meals. We're in kind of a nasty climate, and so the food is going to rot faster than we can eat it a lot of the time. And so my suggestion would be that we just try not to use up our food sources too much. Just make these basic meals in here, make a couple of them so that we can actually get rid of the amount of waste that we have every single day. But from there, it's not going to be that important. We are low on food, so the game is dinging at me right now. That's how it lets you know you're low on food. That pork actually supplied us with a good 2-3 days worth of food. Maybe 1 to 2 days. I don't know. I'm bad at eyeballing food in this game. I really sincerely am. It's not a talent that I possess. And so inside that little hallway right there, we've got our production going on. Got another little house right there. We've got some marshland over here, but it's not going to be that useful to us. I may try to build, I don't know, something here off to the side maybe. We'll see what the water looks like over there. I mean, if we don't have a lot of wood, obviously this is going to be kind of challenging. But let's go with something like that right there. I'm going to have to scooch it back. Damn. Gonna have to scooch it back a little bit. Let's put it right there then. Yep, that'll work. Looks good to me. We'll cross that off with like a 6 bar right there. I'll make that go with like a 5 bar right there. And that's not going to work. This is going to be a weird oblong building then. Oh, we can't build right there either. Man, they really need to make these more apparent right here. These spots where you can't build. Hard to see underneath the grass and everything like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't even started that project. So apparently, I decided I was going to settle in the shittiest swamp in the middle of the jungle. I may have to move this stockpile over here. May have to move it a stockpile. But for now, we'll keep it where it's at. We'll keep it where it's at. Let's try again over here, shall we? Let's try again over on this side. That's going to give us a little 7 right there. This is going to be a larger building that's going to be used for a lot of our production. So this building over here, what we'll try to do is we'll try to put some of our production benches in there with our floors. Go ahead and get that floored off about as fast as possible. And then opposite things that we can do now that we have multiple people capable of chopping down trees. I'm going to try and deforest pretty much this entire area so that we've got a lot of walking space. I'll probably put in cobblestone streets and stuff like that a little bit later on too. This can also function, I mean, if we have enough wood, we can turn this into maybe like our barracks, the area where we keep our prisoners, or we can make it into our hospital. That's another completely valid option that we might be able to run on that side. But I like to have buildings. I like to have a lot of excess buildings that kind of just allow me to do stuff that normally I wouldn't be able to do. Makes my life easier. Makes my life much, much easier. I do think that probably this was the better place to start our base, but I was a little bit worried about those water spots right there being a little bit hard to work around. And so, you know, we'll make this a hard mode play. We'll just start flat in the middle of the map and just kind of build walls and do what we can to make ourselves successful. They're going to bed after their first night of companionship. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Ain't nothing to worry about there. So as soon as they get up the next morning, the other thing we want to look into is the possibility of a joy source. I'm going to make a steel horseshoe pin right over here next to the geothermal geyser so that if they need to, they can actually, that 3 hours of the day that we've got them scheduled right here, they can play horseshoes every single day, which will actually bring their mood up really, really considerably. If you don't have the horseshoe pin, don't worry about it. They will still do things that make them happy, like daydreaming, stargazing, going for a walk, admiring nature. There's all kinds of little things that they will do if you mouse over them and just kind of figure out what they're doing in between activities. We may actually chop down enough trees in here to complete this building pretty simply. I would love for the rest of this area to go away, though. Like, we got a lot of stuff to get done, and nobody here is actually that great at growing or construction. He's going to hit level 1. He's barely even heard of chopping down a tree. He was a warship captain, so let's assume for a moment that he was maybe space-bound. He didn't see a whole lot of trees growing up. He grew up on a spaceship and probably understands that world a lot better than all this weird biota that's growing out of the ground around here. All this weird biota that we've got to deal with. There it is, another roofed-off area. Very nice. Happy with it. Happy with it. The horseshoe pin is constructed, so we don't have to worry about that for too long. We'll kill off the remainder of these trees so that we have enough fuel to do the stuff that we want to do when we want to do it. But actually, tree chopping is going to be a major part of our operation. I don't want to stop doing the tree chopping until we have like 2,000 logs, because the 2,000... Ew, muscle parasites? Ew. I don't like that at all. Ew. Okay. So with the muscle parasites, what that's going to do is it's going to put him in pain, and it's going to make him need tending a lot of the time. What we want to do is we want to cut him back to herbal medicine. We don't want him using the good medicine if we can help it. We're going to cut him back to herbal medicine so that we don't waste all of our Glitter World stuff on him. There you go. Go ahead and take care of his parasites. She's probably not going to be that good at it. She's only a level 4 doctor. Well, 43%. 43% tending isn't terrible. Basically what this is going to do is if you mouse over it, it's going to give him 20% pain, which is going to mess with his mood. It's going to give him worse manipulation and moving, which makes him a lot worse at accomplishing tasks. It basically gives him a passive debuff to building things and completing crafts. And then he's going to have tiredness plus 100%, which means his sleep meter is going to go down a lot faster. If you go over here to needs, his rest meter is going to go down basically twice as fast. And so... I mean, we give them plenty of sleep time. A beautiful aurora is lighting up the sky. The undulating colors will boost the mood of anybody outside to see them and make their night brighter. Very nice. Cool little event right there. Cassandra Classics deciding to give us a little bit of loving here. Make our lives a tiny bit easier. Now, one of the reasons why, how much steel and how much componentry do I have? Not a lot of steel, little bit of componentry. We're probably going to want to get more steel because I wanted to build some defenses, probably inside this little town square area so that when the enemy comes around, they get shot up by the turrets and we don't have to worry about that. But in order to make that happen, we've got to create a power grid. Power grid's going to be pretty important to what we want to accomplish here. I would also make a dumping stockpile, maybe somewhere away from here. Oh, a heat wave. That's funsies. Okay, so we've got a heat wave. To deal with the heat waves, what's going to happen is it's going to get super ridiculously hot. That's pretty much all you need to know about it. And so they're going to need to have access to cooled areas. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen to them. So, while we wait around, let me go ahead and queue up some new constructions. We're going to go into our power menu, and we want to have a wood-fired generator. There it is right there. Wood-fired generator can basically just go wherever. I don't care where we put it. That seems like a good enough spot right there. We'll just start out with one for right now because we're a little bit low on resources. I'm going to run some steel up this way. That's going to be our wiring. I'm going to run my wiring down this way as well. And then the next thing that we want to do is for temperature, we want a cooler. And so we're going to put in a cooler with the cool side in right there. And then a cooler with the cool side in right there. And hopefully they can get that construction done before too long because this heat wave is going to hurt like hell if we don't. It is not going to be a fun time for us. It's going to be a little bit bad. I'm going to let them do their construction. We're a little bit low on food right now. I will queue somebody up for being shot, meaning animals have got to go. Come on, go get them. I don't care if you got to chase them across the bayou. You do what you got to do. Go get that pig for me. We'll try to get this up and running. We're already at 103 degrees outside. That's not good. That's not where we want to be as far as that's all concerned. But we're going to have the coolers up by tomorrow, and you're not going to die of a heat stroke in one day. It's kind of a lesser concern. I wouldn't panic about it right now. We have enough steel to make this happen. In fact, we have exactly enough steel to make this happen, which makes us incredibly fortunate because we don't have the research done for passive coolers. If you guys don't know about this, natives down in South America actually had a way to cool their huts where you would take a pot, a clay pot, and you would put alternating layers of sand and water. And if you put that there, it will actually, you put it outside at night, and it'll get cool. You put it inside your house during the day, and there you go. It maintains the temperature. It actually stays very, very cool. Other things they used to do is if you had manzanitas, I think it was, the red trees. Manzanita trees are always cold. Yeah, the other thing they used to do is manzanita trees. Manzanita trees are always cold. I don't know if they have manzanita trees where you live, but they have them where I live. And manzanitas are always cold. It can be 200 degrees outside. And somebody needs to go fuel that, please. Yes, I would like for our generators to be working so that we can get the temperature down. The major break risk that we're looking at with him is going to be due to the fact that he ate without a table, worn out apparel, he's uncomfortable. Okay, awful bedroom. We could fix a lot of that. It's no biggie. This is the kind of stuff. Maybe I'll make this like a public room too. And so what we'll do is we'll put in like a big old 3x3 table in here for later. And then we'll put in some stools. Looks good to me. That's a lot of construction we got to get done, but it's not too bad. We don't need... Oh, we don't have any steel to make hers. Well then, that's a problem, but not one that's unforeseen. I could put in some mining right there, and for you, sir, go ahead and prioritize that mining right there. Go get that mining done for me. No, don't ignore the task that I just gave you. Go do it. Go do it. Just because you got hungry in the middle does not mean that I forgot about the thing that you need to do. Does not mean I forgot about the thing that you need to do. What I might do is to keep the heat stroke from being too bad. She got a minor heat stroke right now. You can make her stand around in an air-conditioned place and she'll get better. She should feel better anyways. 127 degrees. Come stand down here. Or, you know, keep working through the night. I don't know why she's working through the night, but hey, no complaints from me. I do wish you could command them on where they should be sleeping. This is a hell of a heat wave, actually. So we really need to get that done. Like, that needs to get done ASAP. His needs are pretty bad, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do much right there. I think if I have her prioritize it in the morning. Your mood is not a concern to me. Don't worry about your mood. Just, nope. Stop going and doing other things. There you go. Complete the task that I have given you. Nope. Complete the task that I have given you. Thank you. Yep, get it done. Until that is done, do not walk away from this stone. I swear to God, 4, do not walk away from that stone. You walk away from that stone one more time, 4. You walk away from it one more time, I'll throw you in the swamp. There we go. And so now we got 31 steel right there, which will allow Kaloon to finish constructing that right there. So you go and finish that little job right there before anything else gets terrible. You have a horrible heat stroke right now, and so stand inside, and you see right there your heat stroke will go away pretty quickly as long as you let them cool down. Just got to let them cool down first. We are a little bit low on food. I would suggest a hunt is in order to make sure that we maintain the food supplies that we need to have. She's got a charge rifle, so really she should be able to murder just about anything in just a few shots. She should be able to kill just about everything without having to worry about it. She now has a cooler, so we don't have to worry about the heat wave. What'll happen is they'll get minor heat stroke all day, but when they go to bed at night, they'll be fine. Presuming that we don't run out of fuel. That's the other part, is that they tend to have like an allergy to taking care of fueling the generators for some reason. I don't know why they have such a... he's throwing a tantrum. What does a tantrum do? That's new. He's having a tantrum. She is going to destroy your Glitter World medicine. Oh, you dumb bastard. Oh my god. At least we have the herbal medicine. Oh my god. That's like one of the worst things I've ever seen happen. That's one of the most infuriating things I've ever seen in this game. That's actually pretty irritating. That's a really, really annoying. So does he have a... He'll have catharsis for a while. Does he have a thing that says that he does that? Teetotaler, abrasive, neurotic? Nope, that's just a new behavior from when they lose their shit. Okay, well... I suppose that is what that is. That sucks. That sucks hard. I'd be a little bit more upset about it, but it's Rimworld. These things happen. These things happen from time to time. You have a place to sit now. We have meals looking all nice and gravy. We do need to get some steel together. If we don't get some steel together, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems. So they'll go back to bed now, and that is going to be another day in the Rimworld. But yeah, the manzanita trees are always cold. I didn't finish my story there. And so natives would use manzanita trees. If you had somebody that had a fever, you would have a grove of manzanita trees, and you would sit inside of the manzanitas, and it had its own, especially if it was in the shade, or in like a valley, or in like a gully, where the sun couldn't get to it. It'll actually physically be cooler in that area because of the manzanita trees. Bonus if you've got a creek running through there. If you're ever trying to cool down when it's hot outside, find a creek. Find a creek that's inside of a gully. And so if you don't know what a gully is, it's a place where the ground has been eroded by a creek. It goes downwards, down in by 20 feet or so, and you've got walls on either side of you. What'll happen down there, especially if there's a lot of foliage, is that the creek will be flowing, and the water, which is usually coming from a runoff source, it stays cold. And what it'll do is it'll cool down that entire little stretch right there. And so if you're looking for a place to make a shelter, or you're looking for a place to try to stay cool when it's too hot out to hike or whatever, it's a pretty good call. Better find a manzanita grove, and you can sit in between the trees and wait it out. It'll be physically cooler in between the manzanita trees because they're always cold. My dad taught me that when I was a kid when we go out hunting. Manzanita trees are always cold. Go out hunting, go out fishing. If it's too hot, go sit in the manzanitas, and you'll be all right. We do need more steel, and we need more steel very, very, very badly. It's hot right now, which is actually causing a major problem too. The -10 to people's moods from it being hot outside. It's an issue. It's an issue. I was hoping that actually has put us in a really, really bad situation as far as our medicine goes. We do have a lot of herbal medicine available, but losing that Glitter World medicine really kind of destroyed our resilience to really bad things happening. How did a fire start down there? Well, that's no good. That's not good at all. Huh, I wonder how a fire started down there. That's kind of precariously close to my base. We'll wait and see what happens with it. It seems like it's been raining a lot. Or maybe it just got too hot. The bushes just burst into flame because it was too damn hot out here. The temperature is too damn high. Ain't that the truth? The Jenny's out. Somebody refuel that thing. Refuel that thing right now. There you go. And that's why we want to stockpile a lot of wood for later. Is because that's going to make us a little bit more resilient to nature. And so there's some rain, which is going to put out the fire. That's why I wasn't that worried about a fire right next to our base, is because I figured we're on a tropical map. It'll rain pretty soon. I've gone to Hawaii a bunch of time to visit family, and it's like every time it gets too hot in Hawaii, it starts raining, cools it right down, and so you have like cycles. Colonist has poisoning from Simple Meal. And that took him out, huh? Weird. Yeah, rescue him, I guess. Go and rescue him, and then tend to him. Rescue him, and tend to him. No, don't strip him. I mean, I don't think he's going to die. He's definitely not going to be feeling that great, though. We're out of time for right now. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Rimworld. I will see you all in tomorrow's episode, or the next day's episode. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle. It's been a blast so far. I love spending my time here with you every single day, and I feel thankful every single morning that I get to wake up and do something I love for a living. I will see you all next time. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, everybody, where apparently we're going to deal with a raid.